He spilled coffee on my skirt before I even learned his name. No apology. Just wide eyes and a nervous laugh like I was supposed to find it cute. That's when I labeled him useless. Another sloppy intern hoping charm could cover incompetence. He was always late. Took 2-hour lunches. Asked too many questions during meetings. And once, he stole my salad from the fridge, then offered it back like he was doing me a favor. I rolled my eyes so often I worried they'd get stuck. But the strange part? Everyone liked him. The front desk smiled extra wide. Managers nodded at him in the hallway. Even the CEO gave him a passing glance, like they'd met before. But his name wasn't on the intern list. No one claimed him. No department, no manager. Just floating. Like a misplaced puzzle piece. At first, I ignored it. I was too busy clawing my way toward the next promotion to care about mystery men with bad coffee etiquette. But he kept appearing. He held the elevator even when I was 20 feet away. Slipped handwritten notes on my desk. You deserve to be in that boardroom. He said nothing when I snapped. Just smiled like he knew something I didn't. I didn't trust it. Not the kindness. Not the silence. And definitely not the way he looked at me when he thought I wasn't watching, like he saw through the armor I wore to survive this place. Then one Friday afternoon, I found an envelope on my desk. No return name. Just my full name, printed neatly and sealed. Inside was my performance bonus. But what made my pulse stop wasn't the number. It was the signature at the bottom. His name. In bold ink. Like he owned the paper. My chest tightened. My mouth went dry. Why would a broken turn be the one signing my paycheck? Either someone made a mistake, or I had completely misjudged who he really was. I stared at that signature like it might disappear if I blinked. His name. On my paycheck. I tucked the letter into my drawer, locked it, and smiled like nothing was wrong. But inside, my chest was burning. Because men like him, messy, broke, unpredictable, they were the kind I ran from. The kind that wants to find me. I was born behind a roadside noodle stall. 3 siblings. 1 leaky roof. 0 luxuries. I wore second-hand shoes until the soles tore. 8 leftovers while my classmates bought snacks. And watched my mother cry quietly over bills she couldn't pay. Back then, I thought love meant sacrifice. That being a woman meant settling for whoever stayed. Until I swore I'd never let poverty make me beg again. So I sharpened my voice. Smoothed my hair. Stuttered like my life depended on it, because it did. I graduated top of my class. Fought for every promotion. And built a version of myself that no man could look down on. By 28, I had a corner office and a curated wardrobe. But I also had walls, thick ones. I didn't date men without ambition. Didn't flirt with a potential. Didn't believe in a starting from 0. So when he came into the office, messy tie, second-hand shoes, clueless smile, I made a silent judgment. Cute. But useless. I thought he was just another intern who'd disappear after a month. But he kept showing up. Helping with reports he wasn't assigned to. Fixing broken printers. Staying late when no one asked. And then there were those, moments. The way he looked at me when I was too tired to pretend. The soft way he said my name, like it mattered. The night he walked me to my car in the rain, jacket over my head, and didn't say a word, just held the silence gently between us. Something shifted. Not love. Not yet. But a flicker of warmth in a heart I thought I'd frozen. Still, I told myself, don't fall for someone you might have to carry. Because I knew how that story ended, with me broke, heartbroken, and alone. So I distanced myself. Stayed cold. Professional. But that letter on my desk? That signature? It was eating at me. And when I saw him again, same crooked smile, same bad coffee, I finally asked, too casually, "Hey, who signed off on bonuses this year?" He looked me straight in the eye. And smirked. That smirk haunted me for days. He never answered my question. Just raised his brow like I already knew. But I didn't. Not really. Instead, I buried the suspicion and tried to carry on, like I hadn't just fallen into the world's most confusing emotional trap. Then the rumors started. At first, they were whispers. Is she dating the intern? Must be nice to be the office queen and still take pity on strays. Maybe she likes them broke. Less threatening. The gossip spread like ink in water. And every time I walked into a room, I felt it, that slight hush, the side glances, the judgment dressed as curiosity. I wanted to scream. But I didn't. Because I'd worked too hard to be dignified. Still, I couldn't ignore the ache. They didn't see the version of him I saw. The one who quietly helped the cleaning lady fix her broken cart. The one who knew every name in the office, from interns to receptionists, and treated them all with respect. The one who stood in the rain outside my apartment after I snapped at him during a meeting, just to say, "You're allowed to be tired." They didn't see that man. So I defended him. I told them he was kind, thoughtful, hardworking. I said he didn't need to be rich to be valuable. But inside, I was questioning everything. Why did he have access to floors even I couldn't enter? Why did the CFO shake his hand one morning, too formally? And why did HR go silent when I asked what department he belonged to? Then came the quarterly board meeting. I wasn't even supposed to attend. But my director fell ill, and I was told to present our latest audit findings. I walked in, heels sharp, heart steady. Until I saw him, sitting at the head of the table. Tailored suit. Composed expression. Surrounded by men in power, and none of them questioning his presence. My stomach turned cold. And then the CEO stood. "Before we begin," he said, "please welcome our newest majority shareholder and interim strategic advisor." He gestured. To him. The man I thought was a broken turn. He stood. Smiled. Bowed his head slightly. And said, "A pleasure to finally meet you all, or officially." My mouth went dry. Because in that moment, in that room full of silence and polished shoes, I realized he hadn't been following me around. How could I be so blind? All the signs were there. The mysterious access. The lack of a title. The way everyone either ignored or feared him. He wasn't a ghost intern. He was the owner's son. The heir. The invisible puppet master sent to observe us from the inside. And me? I had judged him. Mocked him. Categorized him like a spreadsheet. I felt like a joke. But worse. I felt betrayed. That night, I got a message from him. Meet me on the roof. 9 p.m. I shouldn't have gone. But I did. He was already there, leaning against the railing, city lights painting gold across his face. He didn't smile this time. You hate me now, he said softly. I said nothing. He continued, I didn't lie. I just, didn't correct what people assumed. I swallowed the lump in my throat. Why? He looked at me. Really looked. Because I needed to know who treated me like a person, and who only saw the title. The words hit like a slap. Because I had done both. I had cared for him, but only once I assumed he was harmless. Powerless. Beneath me. He wasn't testing the company. He was testing me. I turned to leave. But he stepped closer. I didn't expect to like you, he said. But I did. I still do. I blinked back, heat behind my eyes. I don't date men who lie, I whispered. I didn't lie, he said. But I did watch you struggle, when I could have helped. And that hurt worse. I walked away. But the next morning, I found something on my desk. An envelope. Again. Inside, a job offer. Double my salary. Reporting directly to him. But below the signature, a handwritten note, or walk away now, and I'll never cross your path again. But if you stay, I won't hold back. I stared at the paper, breath caught between fury and something far more dangerous. Hope. I unfolded the envelope with trembling fingers. Double salary. Corner office. A title that gleamed brighter than any trophy. But beneath it, his words cut deeper than any cutthroat deal. A walk away now, or stay and let me own every part of your life. I left the offer on my desk. That night, I sat at my old writing desk in my tiny apartment, the one with peeling walls that I once swore I'd escape forever. I thought of my mother, scrubbing laundry under flickering lights. Of my father's quiet pride when I walked across that graduation stage in borrowed shoes. I thought of every time I let someone else sign my future for me. And I realized, I didn't need his money. I didn't need his power. I didn't need his approval. I needed my own hand to sign my destiny. So I drafted my resignation. Not out of spite. Not out of heartbreak. Out of freedom. I handed it to HR the next morning, written in my own bold ink. Then I walked to the rooftop, where I first confronted him. He was waiting, as always. His eyes searched mine. I held out the letter. My choice, I said softly. He took it, reading every word. His lips curved in a proud, painful smile. Are you angry? He asked. I shook my head. Grateful, I whispered. For teaching me I'm more than a spreadsheet entry. He nodded, understanding. Then don't be a stranger, he said. I turned toward the city skyline, my future waiting beyond glass ceilings and corporate games. I won't, I said. But right now, I need to find my own way. And as I walked away, I felt a lightness I hadn't known in years. In the end, I didn't need his offer, I needed my own. Have you ever judged someone too quickly, only to realize they held the pen to your future? Let me know in the comments.